And we're back with some more Rimworld. And Sister Vex here is getting an upgrade, removing their peg leg. Yes, now that may not sound like an upgrade just yet. However, Kugarian here has unnatural healing on them, so this should completely replace the leg. And if they get lucky, they might get a flesh tentacle as well on top of it. Ooh, you lucky dog. Thankfully, you're already married, right? Yeah, so Timbrody's going to be cool with that. Probably. Yeah, she'll be cool. Okay, your husband's got a tentacle. Just, Morgan. Actually, wait. They're both kind. They're both kind, so neither of them care. This is all upsides, except for the pain. Pain's a little bit of a problem. You know what? We can fix that probably later, too. Only reason we're on this tile is because it was on our way to the ancient mercenaries, where we're trying to get a unique weapon. So while we're waiting here, we're going to do what's been recommended in the comments a bunch. Basically deforest everything. We've got this massive chop command for everything. We don't care how complete the trees are or not, or if they're only half grown. We're chopping them all down. We're going to collect a whole bunch of wood, and we're going to use it to make a whole bunch of chem fuel. We want to have we want to have both chem fuel tanks filled, which is going to be 500 chem fuel, and then we're going to probably want to have about 1,000 spare, just so that we can refill the tanks twice over if we want. And so that means, yeah, just give us, you know what, do it all. One thing we should have taken care of ages ago is when we got access to Odyssey, the Odyssey tech, or the basic Grav tech. We should have got vac barriers. Oh wait, it wasn't orbital tech. Orbital tech gave us vac barriers. Now I've done some testing with this in the past, and also it's been pointed out to me a few times in the comments. These things make perfect barriers for your fridges. They don't allow temperature in or out, making it a perfect temperature barrier. I mean, stuff's still going to leak through the walls, but you don't care. Downside, they definitely need to be powered. If they're not powered, there's problems. Sister Vex had a breakthrough while studying the monolith. He believes the monolith is a conduit for psychic energy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We can find a way to close the conduit or harvest its power. We want to learn how to harness the power of the conduit. For Sister Vex, in fact, the fact that they've got a tentacle is kind of perfect. They're going to be our, well, they're already on the Luciferium. They need a few more things to make them more powerful. Actually, a lot more things. And the Void are going to help with that. Barrier installed. At this angle, you can't really see it very well, but there's also a steel door there. We're going to delete. Confusion from Sister Vex. Anesthetic. Well, yeah, that's going to do it. Don't worry. You're safe on this tile for now. And how much wood have we got? All I really care about is keeping about 4 shelves full of wood. All we use it for is passive coolers at the moment, which will probably switch out. Actually, just leave it that way. Passive coolers are probably good enough. We just want to make sure that everyone sleeps in a nice cool room, and feeding wood is a cheap way to do it. One thing I completely forgot to do. I meant to have Vex go down, Sister Vex go down for the operation, but at the same time I wanted to carry out a vasectomy. This way, we don't have to worry about kids, and we can give Sister Vex and Timbrodia their own bed. So, we can give them a double bed, and they can actually start using the gut-loving bonus, without us having to risk having some kids that would be very difficult to educate on a flying ship that moves about the place. Would like to carry out a quick conversion ceremony on Expendable. We've got good odds of getting an effective one or something like that. It's just, the regular conversions, they're a little bit tough. Expendable is a bit difficult to convert because they're a slow learner. Takes them a while to really figure out that, yes, convert or we will lock you. And you know what? We won't. We're not going to torture Expendable. We're just going to do this slowly but surely. We have no people we're going to rush to convert. Wow. Conversion ritual was like 100% successful? Expendable is now one of us. While we wait for the engine to, well, cool down. Yeah, wait for the engine to cool down. We're building a few extra little trinkets to help us out. One is Hunter Packs. Yeah, I think Timbroni just put that on. Basically, it's a mine you can throw it. A wearable pack that deploys a hunter drone. The drone will close with the target and detonate when it's within range. Oh, it's not a mine. It's a drone. Oh. Someone's been watching the Ukraine war and thought, hey, you know what? Let's get drones in here in space. I suppose it makes sense. All right, at the same time, we are mining out all the components on the map. How many components are we up to? There we are. 84 components. That's a lot. Actually, we should probably worry about our wealth getting out of control. We also mined out some gold as well. So all the components are gone. Gold is gone. We should probably get a little bit of steel as well to top up what we've got. I'm trying not to overstock us with stuff, but it's kind of hard. How much wood have we got? Like, this wood here, 1,400 wood. That should all be turned into fuel. We're ready to launch again, but I think we can wait another minute. 2.6 days left on those ancient mercenaries. I'd like to maybe grab a few more bits and bobs before we head over. Oh, dead swan. That looks kind of sad. Who killed it? What killed it? Lynx. Yeah, no, checks out. An exotic goods trader has wandered by. They are actually related. We've got Abbott, which is the son-in-law of the crew member Michael. So Michael, the divorcee's son-in-law, has shown up by whatever wait, that's from another marriage? You know what? It's too messy. And then there's Zippy, who's the sister of crew member Timbronia. So Timbronia's sister has shown up. What's she like? Misandrist. Okay, so she hates men. Well, after meeting Timbronia's husband, I can kind of get it. That guy's a misogynist. Okay. Yeah, no. Lazy, fast learner. Yeah, checks out. The bulk goods trader that flew by, we're basically offloading all our clothing on them. And some of the old gas masks, we shouldn't need those at least for a while, or we'll probably replace them with better things like Vaxil helmets. So all of this stuff can go. It gets us a bunch of cash. And hopefully it should give us some wealth management. Also picked up a few more of the Go Juice. Just, we want to make sure that Gank doesn't have any problems in the future. Oh, and we got up a telescope as well. So a little bit of a telescope there to help people with all the different forms of recreation they can get their paws on. We got 1.2 days left before those pirates bugger off, and I think we're ready to move. We have managed to get ourselves 1,400 chem fuel, which is just ludicrous. Research-wise, we're about to knock out standard Grav tech. We've already got a bunch of hunter drones on all of our pawns. Yes, in fact, we've got a low shield, a psychic shock lance with 1 charge. Everyone else has a hunter drone seeker mine attached to their back. We've also built ourselves a shield belt just for exploring ruins. We haven't got around to making vac-suit helmets or any of this other stuff. We're building them into the ship. I think we want to get our hands on at least 2 more Grav cores so we can expand a bit more. Right now, we're still a little bit tight on space. But anyway, let's get ready to launch. Wow, 28% chance of having a minor accident on landing. Seriously? 28%? You think? Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that. Yeah, we're ready to launch. Also, when do you launch? It doesn't actually really destroy the tile as far as I can tell. Otherwise, you'd get in a lot of trouble for leaving while there's a caravan on site. They would probably hate you after, you murdered all their people by flying away and destroying them with the engine. This here is Ancient Mercenaries. There is, I believe, 7 of them. Or is it 6? No, 6 and then 1 leader. All right, let's go. The reason we're going here, they've got a fancy weapon. We want to see what all these fancy weapons are about. The last one we got was a pistol that was pretty trash, to be honest. Quest concluded. Yeah, that's the anomaly stuff. And we can get rid of all of this stuff. All right, we're going to land here. And then we're going to kick the snot out of them. I've been advised they are dangerous. Watch yourself. Be careful. Don't do anything too crazy. In other words, take cover and be careful. All right, I'm going to assume they're either in here or in here. And ooh, elephant meat. No, give me a second. Fun note, you can land on water. I did not know this. There's not really any good places to land, so I'm thinking we land over here. Keeps us nice and close, and we can still potentially use our doors and walls. So, ow. And it also gives us a little bit of area for the horse to get some food while it's here. We should hopefully not be staying long. And you. Give us another one of those over there, and then we're going to delete that. Let's the horsey run around and have a little bit of fun. Right, now, where are they? If they come out, we'll face them over there. They'll have to crawl into the water to get at us. Or not. Okay, so maybe we have to break in and get them. Okay, so, long story short, ancient soldiers woken up from crypto sleep casket, and then they just started raiding the area because, crime. You've just woken up. You're in a strange time and place, and you're like, yeah, crime sounds like a good idea right about now so that we can make some resources. And I need to trim out the fridge a little bit. You know what? No, that can wait. For now, I think it's time we start moving. Everyone had a nice rest last night, so let's go. There are doors over there, doors over here. I think we'll go in this section. Actually, wait. What am I thinking? Let's be super careful about this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's that guy? Okay, ancient soldier, weapon is bio-coated pump shotgun. You don't look so tough. I think we might actually want to capture this guy. Okay, hear me out. It's the loyaltism religion. This is the only religion out of all of these ones. I went through a lot of them. This is the only religion that comes with the transhumanism meme, which is the only one allowed to get research specialist. So this guy could be turned into a research specialist, assuming he's got high enough intellect, and he does. And I'm sorry, she does, and fast learner. Downside, lazy, so minus 20%. But even with that, they're still a pretty good researcher, and once we turn them into a specialist, they would be amazing. Okay. Which one of you's got the shock lance? We're gonna capture ourselves another recruit. Come here. Come. Oop, there we go. No, you can full fire. Nice. Okay, ancient soldiers are attacking. That means they're probably going to come out the doors, and I don't know which side. Bulgarian, since you're blind, might be better for you to go take care of the capture section of this. Everyone else, get out here. We want to see which door they come out, and then immediately bring enormous firepower to bear on that door. Where are they? There we go. Alright, so traditional policy of wait around the corner. Ooh. Is that a under and over flamethrower on you? High capacity anvil. Masterwork. I think this is what we're here for. Yeah, high-powered rounds. Special ammunition makes this weapon more powerful than normal. The heavy recoil makes it less accurate. Damage multiplier plus 30%. Armor penetration values plus 15%. Market value increase. Accuracy is reduced by 10%. The weapon fires 50% more shots in a single burst than normal. Oh, I get it now. This thing's supposed to fire 3 bullets, but instead it fires 5. That's actually, like, that's pretty good. And this is a masterwork gun. Damage is 16. Ooh, 16 damage base, higher armor penetration, 5. You. Yeah. And you. Oh! No. That's one there. Right. The thing is, these like backpacks are super duper cheap. That's what the hell? Why? Why did that happen? What did I do? Okay, that was ridiculous. Did I damage the gun? No, no, no. The gun's fine. Any of you guys got anything else that's worth taking? Pump shotgun, revolver. Well then, guys. It's literally one guy. Hey, Pyro, are you worth capturing? And yeah, you, prisoner, we will set you to convert, and then we'll recruit you afterwards. No, what am I doing? Don't convert them. We want to keep them at their religion. That would be... Don't be an idiot, Francis. Getting stupid. Okay. So, ooh, there's still 2 of them left. Okay. Ooh, no, I don't want to mess with the rocket fuel or the fuel in there. That would actually destroy it. I think we're just going to have to kill these guys the normal way. Right, come on, come on, come on, come on. Gank, get up there, and I want you to melee that one. Sister Vex, you've got good armor. You should melee that one. Then everyone else, you're going to get yourself into position to... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oof, how tough is this guy? It doesn't matter. We don't actually have any shock lances left. Ooh, are they recruitable? Test subject. Medieval minstrel. That's a hell of a change. Yeah, psychically deaf night owl. No, not really seeing anything we care too much about. And anyway, I think we've got enough colonists now. Wow. Still alive. So we got some recon armor normal. You got a bunch of good gear we would like. Yeah, we're definitely stripping all these guys. Wait a minute. There's 4 corpses, 2 alive. That's 6. Quest said 1 ancient captain and 6 soldiers. That means there's another one. One more in here somewhere. Oh, maybe the explosion killed one of them. Or destroyed the body. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're stripping these and we're taking their gear. Also had a quick check. I almost forgot. None of them have bionic, so there's no point taking them for bionic removal parts. Okay. Give me a second. I need to gush just a little bit over the weapons here, just to try and get across how big of an upgrade these things are over base. For example, let's start with there's an assault rifle over here. This is a normal assault rifle. Just your basic, run-of-the-mill, normal quality assault rifle. It does 11 damage per shot. It does 3 shots in a burst. So if you point this at someone and squeeze the trigger, it does its little aiming time, which takes 1 second. Then it will fire 3 bullets at the target. And assuming the target doesn't die before all the bullets have been fired, it will fire all 3. Then once all 3 bullets have been fired, there will be a cooldown period of 1.7 seconds where the person has to recover, and then they can go back into aiming mode. And that's basically how it works. So 11 damage by 3, and then you'd have to add up the ranged cooldown and aiming time combined with the fire rate. Not too much of it. Let's not worry about it too deeply. But now let's compare that to a masterwork of the exact same type of rifle. No special shenanigans here, just a masterwork. Your damage has gone up by 25%. So instead of doing 11 damage, you're now doing 14. And your accuracy at close range has gone from 60% to 81. Accuracy short has gone up from 70 to 94. 65 to 88, and actually at long has gone from 55 to 74. I don't even think that matters. This thing can't hit that far. Can't hit 40 cells. Does not affect aiming time or range cooldown. But yes, you're just getting more damage, more accurate. That's it. But that's actually quite a hell of an improvement. Also, your armor pierce went from 16% to 21. That really does help that you don't bounce off those pesky scythers and centipedes. Now, let's try a look at the Hellcat rifle. This is a good Hellcat rifle. This one does 10 damage. Bearing in mind, a normal assault rifle does 11. It also has a 3-round burst. However, its accuracy is... Okay, it's a good Hellcat, so it gets a bonus to its accuracy, meaning it's actually just a little bit better than the assault rifle at close and short range. It kind of drops off, though, at medium. At medium range, the medium range, the Hellcat's still better. So a good Hellcat is actually better than a normal assault rifle. Just about. But it's very close. If you get an equal assault rifle to a Hellcat, the assault rifle generally comes out ahead, which is why it's preferred. And the Hellcat's shorter range is a bit of a problem. It has a range of 27 as opposed to the 31 of the assault rifle, so it kind of ends up overshadowing the Hellcat. The reason the Hellcat's so popular is it comes with the under and over bioferrite flame launcher. Yeah, that's pretty popular among your enemies, because if they can get in close, they can make you move. Then we get this masterwork, high capacity, just like traits bonus thing. Bearing in mind, good one does 10 damage. Masterwork treated one does 16. That's 60% more damage per bullet. And instead of firing 3 bullets, it fires 5. That's right. You're getting 66% more bullets downrange, and each one of those bullets does 60% more damage. At the same time, the accuracy on this is like pretty good. It's not as good as a Masterwork assault rifle, but this is actually as good as probably about a good assault rifle. This is damn good. It's like good enough to do some serious damage. Aiming time is 1.1 second, range cooldown is 1.7. It's slightly worse than the assault rifle, but who cares considering how much damage you're doing. If you could hit a target with a few of these bullets, they're going down. And its armor pierce is 22. So, this looks like an awesome weapon. A little bit shorter range than we'd like, but this and the assault rifle are going to be our primary weapons for our best shooters. We're just giving them to our best shooters because there's no point giving them to anyone else. Gank, our resident soldier, or hussar, is going to get the Masterwork Anvil because, well, they've got the best accuracy. It'll work best for them. And Krista's Axe is our second best shooter at 14, so they're getting the Masterwork Assault Rifle. 2 of those together will make up... well, they're going to be doing a lot of damage, assuming we can get them to work out right. The normal LMG we're probably going to sell at this point. It did its job. Its job was to stagger targets. It did that job exceptionally well. Unless you want to build our own, I don't think so, though. Our exploration of this area has yielded, well, a lot of chem fuel type stuff. There's actually 19 chem fuel canisters we can open. And some steel scrap box and a hunter trap. Now, what we could do is fire a hunter trap at their hunter trap and see what happens. But instead... Expendable here is going to test a theory for us. Sister Vex should hopefully get in some shooting experience while they're at it. Okay, you can go there. And Sister Vex, open fire. That didn't work. Nope. And Expendable here has no dam. Wow, the shield actually tanked all of that. Okay, that makes this a lot easier. Also, Vex got in a little bit of shooting experience right there. That's kind of why I brought them along. They're only level 5. They need to get that stuff up. They're going to pump those numbers. I just realized something. We didn't crash. We actually just landed normally. I think that's a first. Huh. Who would have thought? Oh, and open that scrap box, would you? There's just going to be some steel in there, but hey, it's worth having a look. And did I see... Those look biofuel refineries. We can't move them, but if we deconstruct them, we should get something out of them. Excellent. Grav Tech. Been wanting this for a while, for reasons. Namely, large chem fuel tank. This costs 200 steel, and it should hopefully get rid of our chem fuel storage problem. Right now, it's what? 1900 chem fuel. That's a lot. Now, if we were just going to Odyssey and grab ourselves a large chem fuel storage tank, put that there. Just how much would you store? We might double down and put in a second one. Yeah, this area here has been sort of a general purpose storage, and as far as I can tell, chem fuel tanks are deconstructible, and then it costs steel. And we've got a new recruit. Now, Fira here, well, they're not going to be kept as Fira, but excellent. They're good at social. Good at shooting, cooking. Yeah, you're not going to be using that, buddy. In fact, you're capable of dumb labor, firefighting, plant work, and mining. All that is fine. We're never going to be capable of those. We have one purpose for you. So, patron named Kenneth is a 51-year-old female who was a Nobel Award information broker, fast learning, lazy, and kind. Kind is good. A couple of people have tentacles around here, or yeah, Sister Vex and Gank. So being able to ignore that is probably a good thing. Now, you're probably going to want to get your gear together, and actually, we might leave it a day before we change your event. Once a neural supercharger, no artificial enhancements. Oh, wow, you might be a little bit tricky to keep happy. You know what? No, it's fine. You got a beer in you, you got some recreation in you, you'll be good in no time at all. So, I would like you to go over here and begin a role change. And there's 2 role change options here. The green one is for our religion, the Geneva Suggestion people. So their role changes that are white for their religion, and we're letting them keep their religion, even though that is very odd. So now you will be a thinker. Thinkers get a pretty good deal. 1 second. Damn it, I can't show... You know what? It's fine. We don't need to show what they're good for. In fact, not many people really need to show up for this. Actually, no. Cole would show up. Cole would show up for anything. No one else cares, though. Begin your ritual. So, after this role change, Kenneth will become a magnificent researcher. According to this, their research speed will increase by 70%, their hacking speed by 70%. They will require a robe. Oh, fine, we'll make you a robe. So demanding, these prima donnas. This fuel tank holds 750 chem fuel. These small chem fuel tanks only hold 250. So this holds the same as 3 of those, and yet this is a 4 tiles? 4 versus 9. Totally worth it. In fact, we will stick in a second fuel tank right there. Ooh, rare thrombos. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, do we dare? That's a lot of thrombos. That would give us a lot of meat and a lot of very good dusters. We might have to... Yeah, we're probably going to have to take care of that. Well, things just got slightly more difficult. We've got a raid. Arrived from multiple angles and they're attacking immediately. Looks to be a bunch of tribal, so tribal nut jobs. They got a mix of weaponry, and annoyingly enough, they appear to be impids, which means they're all going to have the fire breath ability, which means we can't let them get too close, or they'll start setting everyone on fire. There's 11 over there, there's 9 over there, and there is 10 over there. I think they'll all go around this direction. Reason being is Sister Vex actually went out to the monolith that appeared, and they walked all the way around this direction. Which means these guys should arrive first, these guys should arrive shortly thereafter, and these guys should arrive third. If they all arrive at the same time, that would be inconvenient. This time we went out into the field, maybe. Met them where they have minimal cover. I think that works for both of us. Alright, here they come. Now, we do have a whole bunch of mines we can use. And what's going on? Oh, one of them sneaking across here. Please tell me we closed the door. Yes, we did. So they should beat on the outside of the ship for... Oh, damn it. These two bunches decided to group up. Happens. Happens, it's fine. So long as we can break one group before they start breaking through. And we do have explosives at our disposal. That's not great. You, deploy that guy over there. Rest of you, would you please kill that guy? Oh, never mind. He's very dead. And Kenneth, you're doing great, buddy. You're doing great. Oof. Go down there, put them out. Quick, 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 quick. Prioritize extinguishing the fires. This is why I hate fighting these guys. They're so annoying. Ooh, okay. One person down. This guy's... Yeah, he's doing his thing. Whatever. Now, you. Can you pop over there? I think for this crowd, we're going to be a little bit more liberal with the explosives. Yeah, I'm thinking they deserve... Oh! Yeah, that did some serious damage. They did not like that. Okay, okay, okay. I like it. Liking it. And, yep. Oh, there we go. And you... Nope, nope, nope. You, please put one right about there. Oh. In that case, actually, you can stop. That worked out amazingly well. Like, these new explosive tossing things are incredible. Maybe we should have checked some of those for keeping. That might have been an idea. I'm not seeing a lot of good ones there. Careful shooters. I mean, Nimble's not terrible, but you kind of want to look out for, ones that have some exceptional traits. These guys all look below average. Oh. I think we just triggered elephants, but you know what? It's okay. We were going to have to go elephant hunting in a bit anyway. Guys. Ooh. That was good. Good. I think we got him. That is the impressive haul of corpses. Mr. Vex, what the hell are you doing? He's just hanging out in a corpse pile. Doesn't even like corpses. That's... Oh, they're going to eat it at a table? Are we sure that guy's not a masochist? Hey, Kenneth, how you doing on the research front? Research speed 199%. Sister Vex. Research speed 199%. Okay, so that lazy's pretty bad. Also, do you have any health conditions, maybe? No. Damn. Okay. Before we go, there is one thing we would like to do. Yeah, let's just scare them away from each other a bit. We're gonna break them up. Nice, and... There we go. Come at us. Oh, wow. You're not... Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. That was a little tight. That's fine. That's fine. We need to be a little bit more cautious with these ones. Thrombos can tank a lot of damage. Time to leave. We got everything we wanted from this site, including all of those thrombos. You sure you want to launch? Yes. And we want to head back to this section. We need to get our hands on some more grav cores. We're just a little bit light. And yeah, we're going to have to land in a desert, aren't we? Ugh, I hate deserts. You know what? Arid will count. We'll land down in an arid section. All we want to do is go there, land, use it as a hopscotch to get to the next point. Though I would like to get my hands on some better engines so we could travel further. That will require us to get some Vaxstone, which will require us to go to space. I'd like to have a few more bits and bobs before we do that. By bits and bobs, I mean, well, more space on the ship to cram in all of the life support systems. We are going to quickly land over here by some gold, some components, a little bit of steel. We can top up those supplies. We're keeping the gold so we can buy favor with the minor grav ship crash. Yeah. Let's see. Did it do any damage to the unstable power cells? No. The only thing we have to worry about. If they get damaged, that would be bad. It shouldn't cause any explosions, but even if it does, they're contained inside walls. So they won't cause any damage outside of those walls, but they probably would straight up destroy them. And I don't think it can do enough damage on landing to actually cause them to pop. Yeah, I think it has to go below, I want to say 50 to 60%. Yeah, we'll see. Well, the batteries didn't pop, so that's a good sign. Ooh, new lovers. Expendable and gank. Well, yeah, Yeah, we're stuck with Expendable, aren't we? Expendable's just stuck there now. I know everyone wanted me to keep Expendable, or a large quantity of people did, but fine. We'll just have to get them some gene packs and make them useful. Ah, I hate slow learners. Well played, Expendable. Well played. So here was me trying to be all nice, giving them a double bed that they could both use. Turns out ideology forbids it. Yeah. How? How does our ideology forbid that? That makes no sense. Did we not put it at the default? I just assumed everyone would be fine with that. Spouse only strict. Oops. Yeah, we'll fix that. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Okay, in that case, we can deconstruct that and put all the beds back. We'll just put them side by side. Yeah, side by side and you'll be grand. One thing I forgot to do since Timbronia got her perfectionist skill is rebuild all the beds. Currently, I think everyone's in good beds. So I think we deconstruct all the good beds and we replace them with excellent beds. Gives them a little bit more rest effectiveness. Excellent beds means they rest 114% faster than normal, and rest effectiveness in good is only 108. That little bit of extra means they don't have to sleep as long. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. We're just here for a few minutes. We got 2.6 days until the engines cool down, and we're getting attacked by a bunch of cultists. We intend to use a psychic ritual to summon a hideous flesh beast to attack you. Ooh, they might perform the rituals multiple times. You need to stop them. Promise me a good time, eh? Be nice to actually capture some flesh beasts. But no, we don't really have time for that. What's your weapons? Ooh, good mix of random junk, but nothing too crazy. Like, that's pretty weak sauce. Okay, I think this is another one of those situations where they won't shoot until... Oh, actually, no. Some of them are definitely getting ready to attack us. Oh, yeah, no. In that case... Line up there for now. Fire at will. Yeah, slow them down. I don't want to use mines just yet. Yeah, that's the new level up sound. Now, they might have some... death revives. What about you? No. No? No. Huh. Right. You did do some damage to us, though. Michael, how you doing? Got a bruise or two. That actually is not too bad. Get rid of the fire at wills. We would like to get into a decent position so we have cover. Everyone forward a little bit more. Yeah. Krista's axe maybe falls back a bit. Now, let's introduce him to mines. Lots of mines. Oof. That's another one bites the dust. That's actually pretty good. Trouble is using death refusal. How are they not broken yet? In that case, let's see if we can't put another mine a little bit closer to you guys. Yeah, there's good. Yeah, buddy, that's not going to go well for you. And... Oof. Now, a little bit closer, I think. Dead. Dead. Yeah, and I think they've yeah, once we started shooting that guy, they gave up. Wow, these guys don't give up at all. You have to kill every single last one of them. I'd forgotten about that. Guys, I'm gonna focus that guy there. I don't like auto shotguns. And I'm thinking another hunter mine would be just about delicious right about there. This is annoying. Pull back a little bit. I want some better cover. I feel like we're taking too much damage here facing these guys. We're getting plenty of shooting experience, but I really feel like this should have been over already. And there's another level up. Damn. Like, we took a lot of chip damage there. Anyone take anything too horrifying? No, that was sloppy. Maybe I should have just used more explosives. You know, we just wanted to hang around with this tile. Just for a few days and get out of here. We didn't need all these raids. Yeah, we're just gonna delete those. You two need to go back home. Nope. immediately run. Hopefully they haven't seen you, because if they have seen you, they will chase you. So, yeah, we'll just have everyone go home, and we'll worry about it later. New research available. Bliss lobotomy. Well, that's... Oh, yeah. Every time we explore some more of the anomaly stuff, as in we see all the things they have to offer, it opens up new options. So, for example, we just saw Gore Hulks for the first time, which unlocks Bliss lobotomy. Flesh Beasts unlocks the tech to summon Flesh Beasts. Sight Stealers give us Proximity Detector. Harbinger Trees, nah, nothing. And I think this over here, we need to get our hands on ghouls. So having a ghoul tech would be nice. We want to get one ghoul going on. That might be a little while, though. I don't know how long that tech normally takes. And a masterwork. Tim Bruni has created a vac suit helmet masterwork. Excellent. What we're doing is we're making vac suit helmets for everyone now. Probably should have done this a while ago. Vac suit helmets just seem to be really, really good. They basically protect you from toxins, pollution, all that stuff, at the same time being better than most simple helmets, and they protect your entire face. And we have configured this so they will make vac suits until they have a spare helmet that is excellent or better. They're doing the same thing with flak vests. Keep producing flak vests until they have one that's a spare one that's good or better. And we're scrapping up all the old ones. I was selling them, but you know, it's just too much wealth to be carrying around with us. So it's time we scrapped up some of the stuff we're not using. Note to self: turn off the study of the void monolith. We don't want anyone coming down here. It's 1.8 days, and we'll probably be leaving by then. Yeah. But maybe just turn it off to be 100% sure. At the same time, we're just going to mine out the components and gold over here. Those shamblers are getting a bit close. We could kill them, but it's just not worth the waste of time. Instead, we're just going to lock the doors, stay inside, and get ready to launch in 17 hours. While trapped indoors, we'll have Kugarian do a little bit of training there. Eventually, they'll get eyeballs. Until then, we're going to let them train up their shooting skill by shooting a horse with a smoke launcher. It's a tried and honored tradition of leveling up your shooting skill. It doesn't level it up as fast as shooting at angry targets. You can get a lot more experience that way, but it's safe and reliable. We managed to avoid the shamblers, so we didn't have to fight those, thankfully. Well, we could have had something to put in storage, but we literally don't have space. The problem is we have plenty of areas we could build into. It's just we have only about 43 tiles we can actually build, and of them, how many Gravlight panels do we have? 33. So we could actually build 33 extra tiles of space. It's not a lot, and it's not enough to build ourselves a whole extra block, so we're not using that just yet. Instead, we are going to launch. 28% chance of having a minor instant on landing. Yeah, I still don't trust those odds. We are going to... Actually, we're going to do a little bit of trading. Yeah, we can land there. Fine. Actually, we could just go straight for the Grav core. Yeah, I think we go straight for the Grav core. We could do some trading right now, but I'm thinking it's time we went on and did what we needed to do. We need to expand the ship. Reading the text here, it would appear that there is a Mechanoid relay, which is this thing here. This is what contains the Grav core. Unfortunately, we can't just go and grab it. What happens is there is stabilizers. So there's a stabilizer, and one more stabilizer over here. So what you have to do is hack all three stabilizers, and that will cause this to stop relaying, at which point you can grab the Grav core out of it. Now, there's two ways to stop the stabilizers. One is to hack, or two is to destroy them. However, it says if you destroy them, it will prompt a defensive response. By defensive response, I'm assuming drop pods will fall out of the sky, containing a bunch of angry mechanoids, and you'll have to kill those as well. So we're going to try the hacking thing, which means shooting the mechanoids surrounding it, and going from there. And when we're down, have to remember, designate power toggle. This thing always turns itself back on every time you land. It's really annoying. I really wish, like, it's something to do, like the building seemed to reset when you land. So this we had to turn off, and I just had to set it to stop refueling because it was wasting chem fuel. We were getting by just fine on all of the unstable power cells. All right, how are we going to kill all of you? Since they were sleeping, we took advantage of the time to, well, put in some defenses. Why not? So, let's decide who's the most important target. Scyther. We don't want that getting close. Actually, no. This guy, Scorcher. Scorcher gets in on us, it's going to force us to move from cover. So, excellent. Mechanoids have woken up. We've done a little bit of damage to the relay stabilizer. Cool. Now, second target. That guy. Except for... Yeah, throw a mine right there. Perfect. Then attack that one some more. That. was awesome sauce. And there's just one left. So, yes? That worked out really well. We just did a little bit of damage. We just have to repeat that over here. And then over here. There doesn't seem to be that many. I'm glad. Otherwise it'd be, oh, a pain in the butt to get the Grav core. I should mention I absolutely hate Lancers. These things are the worst because they could one-shot you. One down. Oh, two down. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's good. Everyone's got cover. There's rain that makes it even harder for them to hit us. Good pre-set up positions. Makes this easy peasy. I like it. And then we'll just set this to auto-hack. Done. This last batch looks pretty simple. You can't shoot them with all of these guys. That's okay. They're all scythers, so they have to get in range. And yeah, I don't think they're going to make it somehow. We got enough firepower and enough weapons and enough accuracy. Oh! I was 100% totally, completely wrong. Damn. How? Okay, we really need to up our firepower some more. That is, that's just sad. Alright, you can also be auto-hacked, and all of you can go back home. Seriously, you're all going to grab a snack. Fine, fine. What's a thick fog? Dramatically reducing vision. Ranged weapons will be less accurate, and their maximum range will be reduced. That's new. Royal Tribute Collector. Ah, excellent stuff. We have a bunch of gold we would like to get rid of. There's also a quest here that... Silent Neuroformer? Yes, we'd have to kill 63 flamingos, but in all fairness, I would kill family members for a Silent Neuroformer. That's totally worthwhile. We'll wait a little bit, though. We want to trade with the Empire, see if we can't get a few psi levels up. Huh. Mr. Vex has reached level 16 in Intellectual. Have you got that wounds treated yet? No. You're on Luciferium, so it's effectively just disappearing. That Lucy is absolutely amazing stuff. Sister Vex here is the one we're leveling up with the Empire. The only one. So, they're going to give them gold. Now, if you give them, I believe it's 67 gold. There we go. You get 1 honor for every 67 gold. So what we want to give them, 467 will gain us 7 honor. Yes. Totally worth it. Quest active the launch site? Ah, ancient launch site. Wonderful. Where are you? Ooh, probably won't be able to make it there in one jump. I kind of want to go back up the other direction so we can gain another Grav core and another Grav core and hopefully some more Grav light panels so we can expand out our ship. Okay, what the hell's wrong with you two? Why did you start fighting? Gank Lanceman directly insulted Cole's hopes and dreams. Well, that'll do it. This drove Cole into a rage and he began a fight. Well, awkward. I suppose we just have to let them fight it out, but hopefully no one loses any limbs. No, and you all kept your fingers and toes. That's all good. Actually, Garen, you've got a natural healing again. Who needs a scar removed? Kenneth has a scar in their leg that's reducing their movement to 91%, and Expendable has a scar that is reducing their movement to 94%. But since Expendable's been around longer, I think Expendable gets it. And if we're lucky, come on. Nope. No tentacle limbs. Oh well, maybe next time. The Mechanoid relay has crashed to the ground. Destroy it to obtain a Grav core. Be warned, hostile Mechanoids will soon arrive in response to the relay going offline. Oh. Should have known that before we started. You. Contains Grav core. Attack this to destroy it. In that case, I'm afraid everyone, we're getting up. We got a couple of things to do super duper quickly. See, wait. You can all head this direction. I want to grab a few large animals. And instead, we'll get the... Yep, you know what, Kugarian? Your aim is pretty terrible, what with the blindness and all, so we'll get you to smash it open, while everyone else goes over here to hunt down a few rhinos for dinner. Combat supplier. Ah. That is very useful. You know, worry about it in a minute. First, do what we got to do. Oh, sweet, sweet, tasty Grav light panels and a Grav core. Yes, take them all. And we'll be over there for the rest of the minute. And we've got a few... What the... Are you... I think the Cobra's eating our lunch. Reserved by Cobra. No. Well, never mind. The Cobra's given up. That was annoying. Oh, yeah, I remember these. If you end up in a rainforest, the snakes are kind of annoying. Also poisonous. All right, we'll collect the last of these. We'll have a quick trade with this guy. Then we're going to get on our way. Also thinking, yeah, crank up Hall. Hall's the most important thing right now. Yeah, Bulk Trader is just going to give us some silver. They don't really have anything we want. I suppose we could buy some more meds, but honestly, we're grand right now. We'll just take the money and hold out for something better, like psychic shock lances or just like. Ooh, quest. This one, angry animals. We will accept. Perfect. And they'll show up in a wee bit. 1 second, Mechanoid relay. I thought we already had this. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. We definitely do have this one. This is where we are. It's grand. Now, to spend all of those lovely, lovely points. In the background, we have not stopped researching. In fact, we switched up to two high-tech steel research benches just to knock out a little bit more. And we finally get up to multi-analyzer. Now, multi-analyzer is this building you tack onto your science lab so that you can, or your research lab so that you can go higher. You can't research any of these things until you have a multi-analyzer. Reason we're doing it, shuttle. Basically, the whole point of coming up here was to get our hands on the shuttle, as well as that fabrication would be nice. But this is the main one, but it's locked until we build ourselves a multi-analyzer. It's going to require some rejigging here to fit it in. Miscellaneous, right? Yeah, miscellaneous. I think we can like squeeze it in maybe there, or give me a min. Oh, I may have sold off the gold we needed to make that multi-analyzer. Oops. Never mind. You know what? We'll go take care of these flamingos real quick. Actually, hey, blind guy, pick up those grenades. Actually, wait, no. No, no. We don't want someone with blindness firing grenades. That just seems like it would be too hilarious. But also, there is a chance they would hit the walls. Kenneth, go over and equip those frag grenades if you wouldn't mind. We are going to get you to chuck some grenades at flamingos. Should be grand. Should be grand. This should, well, famous last words and all, it shouldn't be that bad. Now you, nope, nope, nope. Right there, if you wouldn't mind. Nope. Stay there, you muppet. Oh, wow, they fly? I suppose they're flamingos, but still, I didn't think they'd actually fly. Yeah, those walls are not going to hold, are they? Grenades are doing a good job. Oh. Yeah, I do not regret the grenades at all. That is so much damage. It's just nowadays they can clip the walls, but as long as you got a good enough thrower, it seems to be fine. Oh, and there goes another wall. There will be some chip damage from this. There will definitely be some chip damage. And I think that's enough of that. You can hold fire on those grenades, if you wouldn't mind. And Expendable went down. Well, we were kind of expecting it to happen at some point anyway. Okay, Expendable, how you doing, buddy? Sorry about that. I mean, it's just... Kugura did pretty good. For someone who's blind, I mean, I think they killed some, right? Yeah, according to the records, they've killed 2 humans and 3 animals. Not like, I mean, they're no Zanoichi or anything, but that's not too bad. And the reward for all of our flamingo bashing is 1 Silent Neuroformer. We're going to store that till later. Okay, we were about to leave here, but things happened. First up, travelers requesting arms. Yeah, no, who cares? A group of Mechanoids have arrived. They will prepare for a while and then attack. I don't know if they're the ones called in by the relay we just destroyed, or whether or not they're just a random raid. At the same time, a transport pod containing someone related to, in fact, it's Krista Zach's father, has crash landed here. We can capture him for recruitment or slavery purposes, or we can, heal him up and send him back to his family. We should maybe send out someone who's nice and zippy to grab him. Sister Vex is the fastest. Lucy is a hell of a drug, so we should rescue. Now, I'll pick... Oh, damn it. I forgot to leave that door open. Okay, go, 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 go. If you could get over there and grab them before the mechs start moving, that would be great. What do you guys want? Request for alms. Group of travelers, traveler, 58 beer. No. No, you're not getting the beer. If you had asked for silver, no problems. Just wouldn't have cared. Maybe even some medicine. Might have thought about it. Chris's axe, reach level 9 in construction. Build complete mate duster. Okay. Come on. Get back inside. We're about to leave. Hey, why has no one picked that up? What? Seriously. Pick up the Silent Neuroformer. Don't leave it out. Oh, and we should move the horse somewhere we can actually keep it alive. Yep, mechanoids are coming. Okay, everyone back indoors. Yeah, we don't care about the bird skin. And we're leaving the people who are begging for beer outside. I'm sorry to say, survival chances are slim in such a scenario. Brought it on yourself. Oh, 1.22 days for the engine cooldown. I had not quite processed that. Oh, right. We need to defend this. And that's not a bunch of flamingos. That's some pretty nasty scythers. Right. Plans. Here they come, and plans are very simple. Chuck. Okay, they should bunch up for that. Let's get everyone near the door. And you can hold fire for now. Okay. Give me another hunter drone, please. Yeah, there's fine. And everyone back inside. We're going to line you up, and I think, Sister Vex, you're going to have to hold the door. You got Lucy, so you can probably recover the fastest. Christazax, how's your gear? I think it will have to be you. Okay, then everyone else. Yeah, fall back further, I'm afraid. Or, actually, you know what? Give me a mine there. Give me a mine over there. And everyone else get back. Oof. And go. And go. Ooh. So much explosives. And more. Ooh, damn. Yeah, this is not great. Ow. These scythers are not easy to kill. They are tough as nails. Okay. That has so far not been as bad as I thought it would be. Everyone out. They're running away and chasing those. We can shoot them in the back. We can get a few more of them down before they turn around. That would be great. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Seriously, though, they take such a pounding. Thing is, we could probably throw another... Do we actually have any more explosives? We have one hunter drone, 2 hunter drones left. And there is still 8 of them standing. I think it's time we head back inside, unfortunately. Sister Vex, how you looking? Yeah, that blade didn't too much damage to you. So, everyone in. Oh my god, expendable. Move faster, buddy. Move faster. Move faster. No, that's not great. Okay, they're crawling in. That's okay then. That's okay. Okay. That grenade is not terrible. Just if we can get a grenade. Yeah, that'll hit at least two. No, and they managed to dodge out of the way of it. I think it's time we took a few risks here. Put me a grenade right there. Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh. That's the last one. No more grenades, please. No more grenades. No more grenades. Oh, expendable. How you doing, buddy? Sorry about that, but hey, you did a great job and you didn't lose anything. Well, anything of consequence. Oh, awkward. Well, it looks like we're ready to launch again, but I think we'll stick around until we've topped up on steel. We sort of ate through a whole bunch of it making hunter packs, and we're going to make a bunch more. Oh, look like Cospus is ready to go. How's his daughter doing? Daughter's like, yeah, goodbye, Chief. We're still researching at the moment, but since we don't have gold to go along and get the shuttle, we need the gold to get the multi-analyzer to build the shuttle. We're just backfilling some stuff. I figure we'll get the Royal Apparel stuff knocked out. We're going to need that long term. If we're staying here a bit longer, we might as well get our ship expansion underway. And there's always a little bit more steel about the place. Bulk goods trader, get rid of some of the junk we've picked up along the way, turn it into silver that we can actually spend on stuff later. And solar flare, because of course there is. Okay, this has to be new. I've never seen this before. Kenneth is cheering up the patient expendable. Normally, what happens is when someone gets sick and ends up in bed, they never get any recreation in because they're stuck in bed. They will get fed in bed. Everything gets done while they're lying there, and then their recreation meter bottoms out and it causes problems, especially when someone's injured for a long time. But now they've actually introduced a way for them to get social interaction. How long has this been here? This is. What does this count as? This counts as social interaction. Okay, so people come along and force social interaction on you. All they need to do now is bring them some sweets and books or something like that they'll never read. Okay, well, the pawns are sleeping. Let's go over the plan. Right now, what we really want to do is get bigger engines so we can travel further. So, to get bigger engines, we're going to need to get our hands on Vaxstone blocks, which means we need to go into space. That's where you get your Vaxstone blocks. Unless you want to buy them, and we can't afford to buy them, we're going to need a lot. Each one of these engines, we need 6 engines. So, yeah, that's 300 Vaxstone. That's a lot. Never mind the 36 components and 1,000 plus steel. So, to get into space, we need to make our ship space worthy or ready. For that, we're going to need to put in vac barriers. I think we'll put in one there, and then we'll seal off this door. That will allow us to oxygenate all these rooms using oxygen pumps. Easy peasy, right? Fine. So, but people are going to need to be able to get outside of the ship, which means we need vacuum suits. We have 3 vac suits already, and we are going to produce 6 more. We're going to need 6 more vac suits at a cost of 3 components, 90 steel, and 20 plasteel, which we can afford. We've got all of that on hand, so we can make all the vac suits. So vac suits are done. Vac helmets, I think we're done on that front as well. We might need 1 or 2 more. But all of that is very doable. Then we need to be able to get into space, and that'll get us the engines. However, there is one other thing we would like to knock out at the same time, and that is advanced grav tech. This is, well, all we have to do is get fabrication first, but this will allow us to produce our own gravlight panels using Vaxstone blocks. So Vaxstone blocks and plasteel will allow us to make a gravlight panel, which means we can then expand out the rest of our ship and actually fill out all of the things we need. Also, that gives us access to pilot assistant, which means our piloting will get way better and we should hopefully stop crashing, is the theory. We'll actually have to see about that. So yes, the plan. Get our hands on more gold so we can finish the multi-analyzer, so we can unlock the tech that will allow us to produce the gravlight panels. Also get our hands on some plasteel while we're at it, so that when we do come out here and, say, go to an asteroid like that, we can combine some of the Vaxstone blocks we get with plasteel to make gravlight panels to expand out our ship, while also putting in more engines so we can jump further. Yes, so to do that, we need to hop around to a couple of tiles. Say, I was thinking there's one here that contains a whole bunch of corn. I was going to skip it, but then I thought, we'll just get the corn and combine it with meat, and we can make a bunch of meals. And then over here, there's an item stash that contains something we don't care about, which is a tech print for neural computation. This is one of the weirder bonuses. It's all the way down here at the end, and it basically gives you a learning assistant and a neuro calculator. So by the time you get to near the end of the tech tree, they're like, here's something that helps you with the tech tree. I'm like, I think I'm good. You know what? Learning assistant, though, that might be good for expendable. Maybe they could learn a little bit faster. You know what? I'm going to have to splice a bunch of stuff onto expendable to make them less expendable. But yes, hopscotch, grab any piece of gold we can find, any pieces of plasteel we can find. Once we've got enough gold and, say, a couple of 100 spare plasteel, we head our way into space. But that is for the next episode. I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.
A song this time for Hoeth, a pawn among the crew. She joined him hopeful to begin her life anew. Her crewmates seemed to struggle learning how to say her name. At first they said Hoethel, which was not at all the same. Then later they began to use an anonymous new tag, expendable does not delight, a definite red flag. She vowed to demonstrate her nerve to win them to her side, and out she went with bombs in hand amongst the mechs to slide. First 1, then 2, with bated breath she laid them cautiously, then tiptoed back between them, finally able to breathe free. The fires she set, then fled away across the river cold, but surely now her crewmates would admire hit the bold. We do not know, we cannot say, and only time will tell, if poor brave Hoeth will remain, but oh, we wish her well. We say unto you, Francis, reconsider, yes, we pray, and don't repay poor Howitt's work by throwing her away.